Oh boy, I love Seth. I bet you love Seth too, and I bet he's gonna. Ooh, what are we gonna talk about today? What is this game?
Hey people, Seth here. This is a serious video, as I want to be taken seriously as a creator.
Oh, you
More
are?
than just a gamer, hard R. But a speedrunner. To this end, I'll be speedrunning Breeders of Nephelym.
Burrito?
Because nobody
seemed like you
cares,
had a
which means
few-
this is
okay.
my one and only shot at hitting a world record. This is an any percent speedrun, which I have defined as completing all the quests to obtain all the keystones to unlock all the cockblock gates. Once I've done this, I consider the speedrun complete. Along the way,
You know what? I love when games allow you to be just fucking look stupid. Whenever you can get into the customization, you can make the biggest abomination ever created. And the best part about it, that everyone around you are like hot night elves, like sexy elves. You are so out of place.
play the mechanics of this open world insemination RPG.
What the? What is this game? What is this?
And my methodology for speedrunning the game. I begin the run and start a new game. Naturally, I pick my breeder's gender.
This is a
and
good
I choose
game.
Futa. You might think this
Futa.
has something to do with the
What? You can select Futa?
my breeder's gender, and I choose Futa.
My gender is Futa. Okay.
You might think this has something to do with the ability to get pregnant and make others pregnant, but no, it's actually because objectives are tied to gender, and I get the best options by being a woman that's packing extra heat. We
My
ignore
man.
feminine fur, very useless. You may know
What is this? Game of the Air.
Faster than shift sprint. At this competitive level, I can comfortably do a mid-air 360 between each jump. Also, I'm going to have to censor
Bro, her ass. What the fuck was that? Bro, what the hell is her ass? What is this? The entire Venus planet. Like, what is this? Holy.
every instance of nudity, which is going to be a lot. If it's too much, I'm going to start censoring with Subway Surfers and Fortnite. This
Am
is
I
all
gonna
to
get
prevent
banned?
dopamine deprivation for my zoomy audience. If your receptors are not saturated by the end of this,
I thought about one day putting a stream up and just have like a gameplay VOD of Subway Surfer, just playing 20 for like during the whole stream while I just do my regular shit. It's just on the side, and I want to see how that like responds like to viewership and stuff. Like I want to see how like the difference when that is active.
I have failed as a content
The censor is
creator,
good.
but
Okay,
before
we're
we
not
continue,
getting a
your
vacation
boy
again.
Gotta make his bag.
A bird in the streaming, come on, let me be.
Was last week. You know what his mother bought him? Battlefield. I made sure to personally remind her that an even better game exists for Warpath.
Imagine if your mom bought you Diablo 4. Ooh. Ooh, little Timmy got one game for the year and he gotta play Diablo 4.
And Metal Slug Free collaboration.
What is this?
Explodes the mission of Battlefield.
Oh, I love
Warpath is
gacha
a
games.
real-time strategy game with real maps, real weapons, and really action-packed gameplay.
Wow.
The battle situation will change
Look at the
as
graphics.
strategy changes. So you need to
Straight
form your
out of
troops
1990s,
strategically
I
and
love
use
it.
your weapons to their advantage. Exciting news is that now we have Marco Rossi
D4
and
now.
Eri Kasimoto, two popular characters from Metal Slug Free, to join the battlefield. Eri Kasimoto
Thanks
can
to my
provide
dad,
higher
I was
damage and
stuck on
defense values for the troops, but personally, I like Marco Rossi more.
Oh,
Just
no.
look at that charming
Elder
smile,
Scrolls
those hacking
Online.
skills, and of course, his 18%
Is this the
damage
game we
boost.
watched
The
just
choice
now, or is this a
yours.
new game?
Join
Is this the ad?
in-game
Oh,
event
here's the
to win
ad.
these officers for free.
Wow.
Warpath also has a
I
weapon
get
system
all of
contains
that.
all the well-known
W
weapons,
ad.
such as the Tiger tanks and the Katyusha artillery. And now,
Thank
with a
you.
collaboration, you can even use a special unit skin, SV001, the beloved Metal Slug Free super
I
vehicle.
can't believe
We're on
this.
the Warpath, and you're
Wow.
coming along. Just follow
Thank
my
you,
link,
Seth.
and together we shall reclaim the mandate of heaven. You can also click the event page link to participate in the special event. Choose your favorite character, join their camp, and win cash and sweet rewards. We run to town, carefully avoiding the fountain.
Now
so
we're
we
getting
don't
back
get
to the gameplay.
surprised. Surprised is the synonym I'm using for assault of a graphic nature. Immediately, we bang Cassie so she repairs a lever. We start with 1700 orgasm.
Wait, is the currency fucking sex? Wow.
Enough money for the Foxen House and the Volwar Kennel, leaving us with 900. Amber May sells milk. Camilla sells semen. We buy the following quantities of milk and
Thank
semen.
you.
150 ml Foxen and Bovor milk.
Thank you.
110 ml Titan and Volwark semen. In retrospect, I fucked up my math and had too little wolf semen, a recurring problem in my life.
Oh, it
But
happens
works
to the
out
best
in the
of
end.
us.
We go upstairs, pull the lever, and save reset. Saving and loading.
You know,
takes
the
back to farm, which
economy is
quicker
low
than
in
walking.
wolf semen.
Now,
It
most
happens.
Players will go to the sewers and meet the mega slime, copulate with her, and take her keystone. However,
What?
This makes her cry, and she'll never talk to you again, so I don't consider it a proper speed run. Instead, we go to Cabell, the Futa centaur that's guarding the Virgin Breaks cockblock gate. We copulate,
Futa
she gives us a
centaur.
quest. Quests are special breeding tasks composed of a gender, a trait, and a level requirement you need to satisfy to turn them in. Cabell needs a level 4 Volwark Futa with a meaty trait, so we run to Lustwood to get our wolf. To consider this a proper speedrun, surprise mechanics are turned on. This adds an element of skill and danger, as at any time, if I lose focus for even a split second, I will be copulated and I will get pregnant. Surprise
Whoa, no, we
mechanics
don't
work
want
like
that.
this. If a Nephelym has locked onto your character, they're going to surprise you.
That's
This
a
is
big
particular
woman.
problem because over time, several of them are locked in and homing on your position. The only way to
Dude.
shake them off is by quickly hitting.
What if they made this into an MMO? Do you think it would be big? What if this was the MMO? The next gen MMO? Oh. I think we're onto something here.
Hitting the interact key on a random target. The rest
Isn't
will
that just
stand idle.
retail WoW? Now retail WoW is, yeah, it's a bunch of furry shit, but it's they didn't add the sex DLC yet, so that they're missing some. They've censored every woman in the game and turned them into fruit. So we're not there yet with retail WoW, but we will. Maybe this can be in WoW too. Never know.
Realize they have no target and lock on to something else.
The WoW
best
killer
metaphor I can give for
confirmed.
this is, imagine
It
a
is
convention
real.
where the only attendants are YouTubers. You're surrounded by an ocean of penis.
Is that
waiting
a
to pounce.
dude?
To quote Flowey from Undertale, in this world, it's groom or be groomed.
fuck?
There's two methods of capturing
the
Nephilim.
fuck?
One, you have a surprise encounter and compare stats to the Nephilim. If you win 3 out of 5 categories, you
There's
can
no
capture them.
advertisement. Oh, like listen, false. Baldur's Gate 3 were advertised so much, and it had all people talked about is the bear sex scene. All people talked about is the nudity, the cock sliders and stuff like. You look at Twitch when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, everybody was butt naked with their longest cock. That was what everybody was doing. It's the best advertisement. I'm not gonna lie.
This is incredibly slow. 2, you give them fluids. This requires you to memorize the exact fluid preference for each gender of each racial subtype. Luckily, I have it printed out.
It's the
If
scroll.
I
Oh,
get
I never
dementia,
saw
I
that
may
in
forget
game.
my
I'm
own
not sure
name,
where it is,
rest
but it's in Act
assured,
1 somewhere.
I will never forget
really
these
good, though. It's
fluid
really
dynamics.
funny.
5 ml semen or 15 ml milk gives us an instant barn animal. Males take milk, females and futas take semen. However, there's nothing stopping you
Females
from
and
giving the
fut-
wrong
Oh,
fluid,
I
which
can't get it.
I find really amusing.
I can't get over that.
Try this. What is it? Come. I get to Lustwood, the Volwarg and Foxen start spawning. I'm so high on the spectrum, I can even spot the right variant I need from a distance because it has a muscular phenotype. But if it doesn't spawn, I have to make it. The only way to do that is by capturing more of them, which causes more to spawn. But I have to be fast because everyone on the map starts copulating. This slows me down because I can't interact with them until they're done. Also, the characters start moaning, which means the only way to avoid age restricting this video is to scream over them. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I focus wolves until I get my meaty futa. Then I cap foxes until I get a swift futa. My fluid purchases were non-random. Males make 1/3 of all spawns. The rest are futa and females. From that distribution, I split my funds to...
I experienced a lot of big streamer not having it on, but I guess there was a lot of people streaming Baldur's Gate 3, so everybody has their different experience. But I looked at, who did I look at? I looked at Quinn, Seer, and a couple other large streamers, and all of them had it all, didn't have the censorship on. They all had it off. So I'm not sure. It really depends.
Maximize my chance of landing the correct variant. Also, we can't do commercial breeding.
Vay's Futa, yeah, Vay and Soda also.
As this game assumes the player to be a self-insert. That is to say, a drooling retard.
I had it on.
We got a wolf that needs leveling. Leveling is done by raw dogging until we get enough experience. How much we can raw dog is determined by luck.
How much you bet this game made millions? I bet this game made a fuck ton of money.
Which drains with use, increases with level, and resets each time we sleep. Much like fight or flight, this game is a cycle between raw dog and rest, which is what we're going to be doing most of the time. Along the way, I make use of my cattle, milking and draining them all until I hit my fluid.
I don't know how I think you were just clicking on a strange chart.
This is what bankers call liquidity.
To be fair, people in chat asked me to click on them.
And start selling my fluids. Man, I must be on estrogen because my racks keep growing.
I didn't believe there was a cock slider.
And a free A hive. However, I fucked up. I cycled too many days without keeping track. And unfortunately, Cassie was today's daily toy.
No.
Which means I can't trade with her. I've lost precious time because now I have to save, reset, and pass a day. And my chances of hitting world first are slipping through my hands. Panicking, I took my Dragon Ball Z Dende perk and felt immediate relief. On the plus side, I got a fresh harvest, which I could sell to afford the previous sheds, the Titan Cave, the Dragon Horde, 150 ml Titan Milk, 100 ml Harpy Semen, and 200 ml Demon Semen. I use my keystone to open pleasure pastures and bang Monarch, who asks for a Swift Foxen. In the same area, I bang Autumn and get a request for a Hornball Free. Before leaving, I capture a bunch of Bovors for their milk. Also, I got ambushed by tentacles because I was already mid-jump and fell right into it. Save reset, I already had the Foxen she wants, so I turn in Monarch's request. Or so I thought. Turns out she wanted a Swift male, which I don't have because I didn't plan for this. Because it was meant to be a Futa, because it's always been a Futa, but the one time it matters, she changes her mind. So, back to Lustwood I go. I use her keystone to open the Hivelands, suck on the queen bee's titties, get a quest to restore the Hivelands, and start catching a bunch of bees. Small problem. Hornball has a very low chance of appearing in bees. We could crossbreed them with the other furries, but that's going to take a lot of time. There's no guarantee the offspring will be a bee, or that a single trait donor will pass for genetics. As stupid as it sounds, it's quicker to dice roll. I actually don't even check which traits they have. If I don't get a single horn...
Are they like running after him and fucking them? Like, what is this game? Like, it seems that you're just walking around and collecting semen. Is that the entire gameplay?
Ball across 60 attempts. I'm just gonna kill myself.
I was quiet for a moment because I really didn't realize what the hell the game is about. So I want to just look at it and see what is he doing in the game. All he is doing is collecting semen. It's a porn breeding simulator, basically. Okay.
Also, I was clicking so fast.
We should get Asmon to play this.
Copulated 3 times in a row. No!
OTK game night.
Oh. These animations are not only unskippable, but only one possibility. No! They lock up the whole game. No. I fucked up. If I get surprised, I can't even open the menu. Save, reset, milk my cows, and check my bees for results. Guess what? 60 bees. I'm on my knees, crying and shitting. Not a single hornball in sight. My wrists, I am slitting. All right, time for plan B. Ignore everything I said. We're gonna crossbreed. At the risk of making this a tool-assisted run, yes, I have a macro script to release Nephelym.
Oh, you cheater, you dirty cheater.
Because having to manually click the option, then manually confirm the option
in
a
completely
different part of a screen 40 times in a row is going to drive me insane.
But it's the gameplay.
The UI
it's the gameplay.
Graphic hentai game leaves much to be desired.
I think it's nice. I think it's interesting when somebody plays a porn game and then they cheat in it. I bet there's nobody in the world has done that before. I sort of feel like people probably always do that.
Many breeding attempts later, we turn in our female hornball free egg.
Play the game fair. Grind for the sex.
Restoring the hivelands. How are we going to do that? I'm glad you asked. With 1 liter of dragon semen,
wow.
I take the keystone and open up virgin breaks, capture some dragons, and talk to the dragon matriarch. She wants 3 liters of bovar milk, which I already have. Save reset,
Thank
and
God.
I quickly play how to milk your dragon. I turn in both missions at the same time. I take the virgin breaks keystone, save reset, and take the hivelands keystone. I walk up and open Sultry Plateau, run past, and open the Lewd Desert. The reason we do this is fast travel. We gotta bang Warden Neela to access the Pussy Portal Network, which is the actual name because the people who made this game are mentally
the Pussy
this
Portal.
Is an atypical cost block order that saves us a great deal of backtracking. Purchases, town trips, and portal activations will no longer be mentioned, much like an SCP Wiki article, completely redacted, testicles obliterated, class Keter. I walk back and receive Petra's quest for a level 11 Futa Dragon with a Nymphomaniac trait. This is our second major roadblock. Let me explain. Certain traits in this game don't generate until you raise your world level, which is specific for each Nephelym. Basically, we need to make the gene pool stronger. We do that by releasing Nephelym into the wild. We need 1000 XP to hit world level 2. The amount of XP we get from releasing wild furries is insanely low. It'll take us anywhere from 60 to 100 releases. Why go through all that trouble when all you really need is just one? We capture several dragons and interbreed them. The goal is to produce a domestic female or Futa offspring. Now, time for some math. The value of releasing a Nephelym into the wild is calculated by their base stats multiplied by the number of modifiers. Their level plus 1 is a multiplier. Domestic is a 3 times multiplier, and being pregnant is 2.5. From this calculation, a single domestic level 26 dragon that's heavily pregnant will award us enough XP to instantly jump to world level 2. Finally, I use for everything I learned in school, so I can speedrun a shitty porn game. Dragons share the same area as minotaurs. Each time I cap a dragon, there's a chance they won't be replaced.
Yeah, imagine you play a porn game and you have to use your brain. When porn becomes like a porn game becomes more complicated than actually finding someone in real life. Holy fuck.
So if the area saturates with minotaurs, it's quicker to portal hop and reset the spawn.
Virgin breaks.
And get surprised.
What a great area to be in.
I did what I had to stay monetized. We good. No! It takes a little bit, but I get my dragon and another keystone. Below.
Imagine an educational porn game. I bet that exists.
And bang Miru the Kraken, which opens a clam in the middle of the ocean that drops a giant.
Imagine you pitch that to like a company. I want to make an educational porn game for young teens so that they don't have to go through sex class. That could be to go through sex class. I bet that is a thing. That must be a thing. I bet you can find it on Steam, like probably hundreds of them, like educational porn games. There must be.
Pearl, which I take. I'm pretty sure navigating back to shore
an Excel spreadsheet to calculate the optimal semen to titty milk ratio
satisfying my requirement of not making anyone cry. Aside from the audience, heading back, we trace the
I'm gonna be honest, this is not what I expected when clicking on this video. I didn't think we were gonna talk about pussy portals and like extracting semen from every furry race that exists. I thought we were gonna get like a boring medieval cow game. I swear to God. That's what I expect from Seth. I didn't expect this.
Until we reach the Orc encampment, bang Chieftain Xena, who asks for a level 9 Akabeko Futa with a fertile trait. An Akabeko is a fox and bovo hybrid. Crossbreeding has a 40% chance of resulting in a hybrid, which still needs the correct trait and gender. Luckily, female cow variants have ludicrous fertility, so it doesn't take very long to get the outcome and the keystone I need. We head back to the Cove of Rapture, find Apophethesy, who's trapped in a tight gap because her ass is too big, and agree to bring her a
We've all been in that
to
situation.
Help dislodge her posterior from the cavern. I open the door to Climax Peak and get exactly that. The snake does unspeakable things to me, but I do get my keystone and open up Amorous Hallows. I fall on some web, get drained by Widow, and get my final quest. A level 10 Futa Elf with a juicy trait. Anyway, I open the cockblock gate to Goblin Cave,
the
which is also the path to reach
gate.
the elves in Esoteric Glade. Normally, I would need to boost the world level to generate the juicy trait. However, while hunting for my nymphomaniac dragon, I captured a bunch that already had the trait. So instead, I captured some else,
they're like Pokemon? You can capture them? Wow.
crossbreed them with the juicy dragons, and sure
Rejoice,
enough, I get a
the dragon
juicy
is
Vtuber
pregnant.
elf. I raise it to 10 and turn in the quest. With that, I got my last keystone and opened the gate to Moaning Crags. At 3 hours, 11 minutes, and 54 seconds, I have finished the run. I am, as of now, the current world record holder for speedrunning Breeders of Nephelym. Ever
Let's
since I
go!
was radicalized by browsing
What,
Asian
Asian-
masculinity.
What is this Reddit? Asian masculinity, culture of masculine for Asian men. Okay.
I realized I needed to leave my mark on this earth so that when I pass, I leave this world slightly worse off than it was before. Please don't compete with me because I will lose. And now for some words about the game itself. 10 out of 10.
I think we
hate it.
found
Even
our
without
calling.
addressing
Game
the offer's reluctance of adding balls to a futa, as if that makes a hermaphrodite with a penis any less gay. There's clearly programming behind this, and I respect the hustle. Also, once I realized that all the areas are connected around a central hub like Dark Souls, I can't unsee it. So yeah, literally Dark Souls. Vadi video,
Wow.
lore video coming soon.
I can't
it's a
wait.
Good genetic simulator, and that's mainly the reason I play it. Any circulating pictures of my alleged Steam profile having over 100 hours
106 hours.
playtime on this game is definitely photoshopped. If you're interested, it is free to play. Breeders of Nephelym is your quintessential
We're playing that.
monthly Patreon
Wow.
game that will
We're not
stay
playing
in
that, I'm just
perpetual
joking.
early access. But hey, there's worse things you can spend your money on. As always, more content to come, Oomfies, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly
Getting
wonderful.
banned on
Have a
Twitch
good
at
one.
80% speedrun? True. Man, oh man. This is definitely one of the games out there. Holy shit, this is definitely a game. That is nuts. Like, get it? Okay. Anyways, this is so stupid. I love when Seth like plays these random dumb games. It's so funny to me. This is not what I expected at all. But you know, the game is free to play, but I know whenever it comes out, it's gonna probably get a lot of earn a lot of revenue. These porn games make millions. Oh, they are big money. They're gonna make so much money. Jesus.